What's up everyone, it's Jomi here, and today's video we're going to continue our Loom Legacy episode series. Now before we start today's episode, I know I've not posted in a while, and that's because for the past 2 to 3 weeks I've not been feeling well. Like, it's been hard for me to do anything because I'm just not feeling well. I'm not feeling the best. So even before I started today's video, I kept on coughing. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to cough in the video and stuff like that. But I think I'm better now. I've taken some medicine, so I should be better to record a video for today's video. However, if you do enjoy watching today's video and you want to see more content from me, make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell and set all notifications to never miss out on the upload. Alright, we're gonna go straight into what we need to do. So you guys remember in the last episode, we did all the stuff. There was like 3 parts. I know I had like clips and parts of the video explaining what happened and stuff like that. So it's 3 parts, and that was like one episode and they had 3 parts to it, and I had to break into parts and stuff like that. So we went through getting Jake and Mabel, if I'm right, Jake and Mabel, Lucas at the Colossal Drops, restaurant, and then we went to go get Lucy with her Aunt Luna and stuff like that, and the art story for that. Now it's time for us to go to the museum, which is a long story, so we should be able to finish it in 10 minutes. I'm gonna see if we can make this episode 10 minutes. That way it's not too long for y'all to watch. Let's start. Hey, Jomi Plays Game is here now. Great, everyone's finally here. We almost got lost on our way here. Oh, Jomi Play Games, did you get those tickets for the Battle Theater? Awesome, thank you. Sweet, are we all ready to go tour the Atlanthian Museum? So when they're saying Jomi Play Game, I'm just gonna say Jomi because this is why I put that there, is because it won't let me put Jomi, which is what it's supposed to put. I have to put the full name for it to for Roblox not to hashtag it and stuff like that. So that's why I put there. Almost. Let's discuss what we learned while we were split up first. Let's start with Lucy. Well, I met up with my aunt in Atlanthian Park and asked her some questions. She hasn't noticed anything peculiar around town though. Well, I suppose that's good for the city's sake, but not great news for us. What about you, Lucas? Were you able to learn anything? Well, the truth is I kind of procrastinated our whole detective thing. I figured out it could wait until after I finished eating, but once I finished my meal I felt awful and had to rest. Who didn't see that coming? It's okay, Lucas, don't beat yourself up over it. Mabel and I talked to several people at Variable Design before we did our shopping. Unfortunately, we did not learn anything noteworthy. There was the one lady who told us about how her husband lost their fortune to a himber with an unyielding poker face. That was probably the most useful lesson I learned today. So it seems that there is nothing out of the ordinary going on in Atlanthian City. If a piece of the stone tablet had come here, there would be signs of the corruption which inevitably follows. The folks around here would definitely notice if people and the Loomians were acting violently for no reason. This is a pretty big city. We shouldn't give up just yet. This is true. That is true rather. We still got the museum and battle theater. Maybe we'll find a clue in one of those. Besides, didn't Jomi's dad, you see that's what I'm talking about? Jomi's dad mentioned that we might gain additional insight from this museum tour. What do you think he wanted us to see here anyway? I say we head inside and find out. Yeah, let's go. So you see, that's a whole chunk of story that took like 2 minutes, I believe. I'm not sure how long it took. Yeah, it took about 2 minutes. So that's a whole chunk of story, and we still have more to go on. There's a lot to do. Surprised to see us, champ? Your mother and I decided to come down and see you and your friends ourselves. It's good to finally get to meet you all in person. It is a nice surprise. We weren't expecting to see you here. This is awesome. We get to meet your parents, Jomi. We figured it would be a nice change of pace for us to get out since we're usually stuck at the lab. My wife was also really worried about how Jomi was doing and wanted to catch up in person. Oh sweetie, your father and I have missed you so much. We are so impressed with how well you've handled yourself since you embarked on your adventure. Between your success at preventing further spread of the stone's corruption and your victories over battle theater challenges, we couldn't be more proud. I knew letting you venture out on your own would be just fine. Oh my god. That right. That's right. You definitely take after your mother and I. You know from all the stories we've told that we too live lives full of adventures where we were where when we were about your age. That's how your father and I met after all. We both had a love for adventure and discovery, which led us to our greatest discovery of all, our love for each other. Oh, my heart is melting right now. Aha, speaking of discovery, I have something to share with you. As soon as we got here, I met with my old friend and colleague, Benjamin. I explained what we've been up to. He allowed us to utilize a spare room in the museum to set up our equipment. Within half an hour, we picked up a signal from a piece of the tablet. We were able to confirm that it's somewhere in Atlanthian City. It's in Atlanthian City? Like inside the dome? Yes, according to our readings. We actually spent some time exploring the city before coming here and we found no evidence of corruption. True. If we were here, wouldn't there be signs of people or Loomians acting crazy? That is something that has concerned me too. The people and Loomians in Atlanthian City appear to be unaffected. I am concerned that somebody could be keeping it hidden, similar to what happened in Sapphire City. I see. That is troubling to consider. What should we do then? Our equipment has not yet triangulated the signal to a precise location. I'll need some time to do a little more Jesus Christ. Calibration before I can better determine its position with the city. However, I am certain it is here. Anyways, there is something else I would like you all to see while you are here. So right there when I messed up, that's when I was about to cough, cause like I don't even know, but I think I'm feeling a little bit better than yesterday. So hopefully all this will be gone either by the end of this year. Hopefully, that's my my prayer. When we got here, Benjamin gave us a quick tour of the museum. They have something on display that might be related to our lost stone tablet. Let me go and get Benjamin and we'll have him give us all the tour. Give us all the tour and he can show you what he's found. Wait, I'm confused. Does it mean that they have something here at the museum that is related to the stone tablet that has caused all of the corruption? That's what it sounded like. I wonder what it could be. And there's Benjamin. Everyone, this is Benjamin, one of my oldest friends. Well, now this must be Jomi. The last time I saw you, you were still learning to walk. Time sure has flown by since then. I'm a Loomian archaeologist and researcher. Ever since the discovery of the ruined lost city just outside of Atlanthian City, I have devoted most of my time to studying it and its people. We've learned a lot about the history of the world that had once been lost to time, and yet there are still so many hidden secrets and mysteries woven throughout our discoveries. Your parents may have helped me fill in some of the gaps in the short time since they arrived. That is what I wanted to show them while they were all here. Ben, would you be willing to give them the same tour that you gave us earlier? No problem at all. Sharing my work is my favorite thing to do after all. If you will all follow me, we'll get started right away. Right, so now we're at 9 minutes, so this is going to be longer than 10 minutes for sure, but we're going to go through all of it. We'll start here first. This area will help familiarize you with all we've been calling the Lost City. Prior to the discovery of the Lost City, the oldest records we had of mankind were those which are archived, my bad, at the pagoda just outside of Huaya village. The inhabitants of the Lost City predate those records by thousands of years. So I think this, okay, so is this the part in Huaya village, like the cave thing? I think that's what it reminds me of, right? Because there's like, inside the cave, there's like a bridge that looks like this. Maybe it's similar to it. I think that's what he was saying, like Huaya village, that it's similar and stuff that look the same. Behind me is a visual concept of what part of the Atlanthian City may have looked like based on what few artifacts remain of their architecture. So you discovered bits and pieces of this ancient civilization? Correct. Somewhere out in the ocean, there must be more complete remains of the lost city. However, it's been quite difficult to search some areas of the sea around Atlantian City. The problem lies with the rough terrain. There are there are an unnatural number of trenches and conduits that branch out great distances in all directions. So you think that parts of the lost city could have been swallowed up by these channels in the ocean bed? That is exactly my theory. Nothing else really seems to make sense. Where else could an entire city have gone? That makes sense. How did the lost city end up in the ocean in the first place? That is another mystery that I hope to solve in time. So what does a lost city in the ocean have to do with our search for chunks of the stone tablet? Mabel, don't be rude. Let me finish. Oh, sorry. Haha, no worries. I'm glad you asked actually. If you follow me over here, I'll show you our main attraction, which is going to be this right here. Yep, it's like a replica of the stone tablet. Whoa, it's a big rock. It's more than a rock. You big goof, that's writing all over it. There's writing all over it, rather. This is a part of what I wanted everyone to see. This tablet is very similar in many aspects to the corrupted one we've been trying to gather and reassemble. For starters, the language on this tablet is the same as that which was written on the Mythos town before it disappeared. The stone material is also very similar in nature, however it does not seem to possess any corruptive energy. I was quite shocked when I found that something like this was on display here. I only wish I had heard about it sooner. Just a few months ago, we discovered this tablet in an ocean trench not far from Atlanthian City. It was surrounded by a series of murals that illustrate the ancient history of our planet and the lost city. They were preserved remarkably well for being underwater for so long. After weeks of poring over the murals, we have discerned their meaning to our best ability. Now take a journey through ancient history with me as we look upon these murals. So here's one of the coolest part of the game that I like. This whole area is so cool. I don't think, yeah, you're gonna have to read it. I think does it go by itself? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. The first mural depicts a great light which descends upon a desolate rock in space. The desolate rock represents our planet before any life existed thereon. The great light represents a vessel carrying the original soul crystal known as the soul heart. Some theories suggest that the great light is nothing more than a large meteor which crashed into the earth. However, the tablet refers to the vessel carrying the soul heart as Levinos and suggests it may have actually been an ancient creature from another world. The soul heart was embedded into the earth and a network of soul crystals grew throughout the entire planet. This gave Levinos the power to fill the globe with life, crafting a habitable spirit to be home for its other creations. And those are the starter Loomians right there, which is really cool. Y'all see them? The starter Loomians right there? That's cool. Both humans and Loomians were then created to live in harmony and to build a perfect utopia. In the direction of Levinos, humans learned to harness the power of the Soul Crystals network to build Levinos' kingdom. Together they forged a thriving kingdom of wonderful architecture and technology. Unfortunately, their prosperity did not last forever. One day a foul, dreadful creature appeared on the earth and threatened all life thereon. It is described as being of two parts, infectious corruption and insatiable hunger. This earned it the name of Akuwari, meaning the end of humanity. Akuwari fed on the planet's soul crystal veins, absorbing its power. Alquari used the power to infect anything in its wake with a disease that corrupted the minds, turning humans and Loomians violent against one another. Feasting on soul crystals would leave the area as lifeless and desolate as it had been before Levinus appeared. Eventually all that remained of the soul crystals were the soul heart which Levinus personally protected. This led to a fight of titanic proportions. In the end, Levinus knew it could not conquer Alquari. Using the power of the soul heart, Levinus unleashed an attack that left both of it and Alquari mortally wounded. The few humans which survived this calamity found the incapacitated remains of Levinus and Alquari. They managed to transplant Alquari's power into a depleted soul crystal and moved it somewhere far away. Levinus burrowed deep within the earth, where it is said it will slumber for eternity, wounded by its great battle. The remaining humans rebuilt the falling kingdom using the soul heart as they were once instructed by Levinus. However, without guidance from Levinus, they were left to their own devices. This is all that is recorded upon Levinus' tablet and the accompanying murals. That is the history of the Lost City. So wait, the corrupted tablet we've been searching for is a tablet that contains Alquari's power? That is precisely the same thought I had after learning all of this. I'm nearly certain that they are one in the same. So the tablet we are searching for contains the same power that almost destroyed the world? I certainly don't feel good. Keep in mind that this is just an ancient legend recorded on the stone. It could be exaggerated or even made up. That may be true to some extent, but from what we've seen, the tablet really does possess the power to corrupt the mind. So we're chasing after the remains of an evil soul crystal devouring power. From a devastating, clash between two alien creatures that are like thousands of years old. That sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. Lucas, not cool, bro. The situation is pretty serious. The story also mentions that the ancient people of the Lost City tried rebuilding their civilization using the soul heart. What happened to them after that? That has been the primary focus of my work for some time now. It seems that no other records of theirs have survived the ages. Somehow the kingdom of the Second Era Lost City was swallowed up by the ocean, but it's unclear whether that happened before or after they met their demise. Thank you, Ben, for sharing all of this with us. No problem at all. And thank you for all you have brought to the table. Before you came along, it was quite easy for me to think that all of this was nothing more than a legend. You have renewed my motivation to conduct research on this topic. Now we know the origin of the threat that we are fighting against. If we knew what caused the tablet to break apart and fly away. Now that we're back in contact, I will share my further discoveries in relation to these events. I appreciate it. We'll share what information we find as well. Which reminds me, I need to continue my search for the tablet piece in the city. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to take a little more time. Is there anything you kids can do while you wait for me to finish? There are no more tours today. You are welcome to stay and explore the museum as long as you wish. Thanks for the offer. We actually had plans to go watch Jomi tackle the Battle Theater Challenge while we were in town. We've already got the tickets. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Would it be alright if I tagged along? I'd love to see how far Jomi has come since we battled at the laboratory. We'd love to have you come along with us. I was about to say that sounds like a great idea, but that's a great idea. I'll catch the battle on TV. Yeah, I'll catch the battle on TV while I continue to locate the nearby chunk of Alquari's tablet. Alright, let's head to the battle theater then. See you there, Jomi. Good luck, champ, and have fun. Okay, so that completes the whole museum thing. Like I told y'all, the story, at least for the story in Atlanthian City, it's very long. So like I said, it's gonna be 10 minutes, but I can't cut it into half because it's gonna be weird for me to cut it in half and then come back. It's just best for me to do it in one video. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said earlier in the video, if you enjoyed today's video and want to see more of my content, make sure to like and subscribe. Also click that bell and set all notifications if I miss out on an upload. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.